Hi. Let me explain. And let me move the camera a little bit closer and I shall explain. Over time, people are sending me in different kinds of computers. Usually, it's this area. This is the vintage computer. And the definition of vintage is very fluent, so let's not go into that. Everything you see here, even the big box, in my opinion, is not really vintage. It's old, but it's not vintage. And I don't want to keep very much of it. We need to go through it because it's actually Easter here in Denmark. And Easter is the time where you clean up your, So I'm gonna figure out what's inside all of this that has piled up over a year now. And I want to dig into the different cabinets, rip out floppy disk drives, CD-ROM drives, hard disk, motherboard, power supply, if there's any in them. And I want to sort them. I have some boxes down there, and actually these are new, and I want to get more of these. And in here, this is where I store my collections of these are 5¼ these are 3½. This is, I think, some small hard disk, and further back there, more stuff. And it's getting a little bit out of hand here. So I need to clean up, sort all of this, and I thought I would just make a small video. Let's see how small it's gonna go. So I'm gonna take everything away, take one at a time at the table, open them up, the cabinets, rip out whatever we see inside. Maybe we will turn on some of this, if there's anything in here. I'm not sure what it is. And let's start by this. First victim on the table is this, I would say, no-name computer. It has a label saying Intel Inside Pentium 2. I see a light for hard disk, something just for light that must be on and off. I think this is supposed to be a push button, maybe a reset. On and off, 3½. This is a compact disc, read-writable 52, 32, 52. So this should be a fast one, and a 5¼ Want this out, I want to store this. Don't want to keep anything else from the outside, so the cabinet goes. Not even screwed in. I see there's no power supply, so let's quickly open it up. And there's literally nothing else inside. So that's gonna be a quick one, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna screw everything out and put it to the side, and then we'll move on to the next one, because there's literally nothing in here that has any value for me. And this is the result. This is what I'm gonna harvest. Here are the 3½ inch, the 5¼ that must be a 1.2 double-sided disc. We'll go through all of this afterwards. And this is a Samsung CD-ROM writable thing. I took out the cables. The screws are here. I'm gonna keep those. The reason why I took out all of this is that I actually found this. This is the speaker. And you always, when you need to test a computer, the motherboard, you want a speaker so you can see if there's error code, beeping error code. And this is a long cable, so I'm absolutely gonna keep this one. The other ones are random, yeah, no need. I'll just keep it anyway, so I'll put the stats over there and we'll take the next one. So this next one, I remember these cabinets. They were very popular for, I don't know, when was that? 2000 something? Yeah, I think so. So in your living room, you would have a media center. Windows actually came out with a Windows, I think maybe 2000 Media Center, or was it 95 Media Center, something Media Center. And it was just a computer. It was supposed to be a very silent one. You had it under your TV. And on this one, it would stream up to your television. So you had videos on it, or music, and you could have a DVD player in here, and then you will, yeah, just a media center. This is one of these cabinets. They're very nice. Silver Stone was the brand, and this is how it looks. Again, not gonna keep this one. I may store it for a bit, and if anybody wants to come here and pick it up, they can, but I'm not gonna store it for long. it's Easter and we're cleaning up. It rattles a lot inside. There's more or less nothing in, so we saw there were no drives. Let's see if I can. Okay, there's one drive. So there is a, I don't know. Okay, so maybe this must have some, okay, it was up here, right? Don't know how it's, yeah, something, I see. Okay, cool. Let me explain. CD-ROM DVD drive most likely. This is from HP. I'm not going too deep into this. As you can see, this plate is smaller than this one. This is higher, and this goes here. So all of these were somehow supposed to be like, I don't know, like this, or maybe like this. And then you had the CD-ROM drive in here and this here. So it looks like this, very pretty, right? And then when you pressed here, this one then pressed on the eject button on the DVD drive, and then it came out. So it was very pretty. That's literally everything. So yeah, so obviously this goes with this. I'm gonna, yeah, let's take this to the side. Let's see what we have inside. I just have, yeah, okay. So on the front you have PS2 and you have sound in and sound out. And this goes to all of this, no use for that. Here are some buttons, I don't need any of these. So basically, these hard disk cables, can't use them. So that's what I am gonna keep, the DVD. And let me just briefly see. I think actually I may, just for the fun of it, taking out the fan over here and keep that one. The rest goes out. No, you know what? I'll leave it. I'm keeping too much, so I need to stop doing that. So let's just do this, and let's put this back. And one DVD drive. I'm gonna take the hinges off and put it inside this one, and then this goes away. Let's take the next one. And the next one here is called Cooler Master. It's a mini or tiny cabinet, as you can see. And you may have noticed that over time, cabinets evolve over time. So we had the tower cabinet, and then we had the main, the media center. And all of a sudden, everything had to be compressed into be tiny, tiny computers with tiny, tiny motherboards. And this is a cabinet with that. I'm afraid there is absolutely nothing. Well, there's a big fan inside. Let's just open it up. So there's nothing in here that I need to keep. And again, if anybody wants to pick this cabinet up, you need to be quick. How does it, oh, there are more screws. Okay, so I thought the top was going up, but it's obviously the whole side. So it's a cute, nice, tiny cabinet. And as you can see, there's nothing in it. So two fans down there, one huge fan up here. So and these are very silent fans. Oh yeah, nice, very nice. Nothing in it. So that's literally that. Let me take this one away also, and let's take the next one up. Now this is a beautiful no-name cabinet. Yeah. Let's see. So in front we obviously have a DVD and a 3.5-inch power button, reset, some LED lights. This is most likely for power, and this is for hot disk activities. Very standard. Okay, there's no motherboard inside, so there's literally more or less nothing. So let's just quickly open this one up. Again, this is going to be thrown out, so if you want to be quick and you are able to pick it up, I'm not shipping anything unless you're gonna pay for it. Sorry. There we have. It's very nice. Very generic cabinets. So I don't know what to say. Oh wow, there are two hard disks inside. So how do we get inside this one? Obviously we need to have something off. Can this, maybe this can also just, okay, it can. There we go. Oh, very nice. There we see. So I see two hard disks inside here. So we need to pull them out. I need to clean these, and then we can test them. And this is the 3.5 inch, and that's the CD-ROM drive. I have thousands of these, so I'm just gonna keep this in here. And let me just find a screwdriver and tear this out. So, hard disk. Okay, so this is an IBM OEM hard disk, and it says tom, which actually is Danish, that means empty. 0602, so 6th of February and 14th, so 2014. Yeah, just a generic hard disk. The IBM's hard disks are notoriously bad over time. This is the this is the 3.5 inch. Let's just put it up here. And this other one, this is a Maxtor 80 gigabyte. It also says tom, which means empty, same date. So maybe somebody went in here when they ripped out the motherboard. They also, I don't know, formatted the hard disk drives. I don't know. Let's just over there. And this DVD drive is a Sony. Sorry, it's not a DVD. It's a CD read-writable drive. So it's not even a DVD. It's just a CD-ROM. So let's put it here, and let me take this one away. And no more cabinets, I think, but loads of boxes. So a totally random box. Wow. Yeah, crap rate crap. I will mostly say. I'm absolutely not keeping any of this. So this is. I feel like a teenager has had a computer and ripped everything out of it. So this is where you can put some lighting into your computer and it'll lights up. Why even bother? Nice fan. I'm gonna keep the fan. But all of this, absolute going out. What should I say? Out. Can't use any of these brackets. Out. Again, stop it. I can't even, yeah, you know, why would you have to light up stuff and cooling fan out? Out. And it's the same thing. And it's probably most likely crappy fans out. This, no idea actually what that is. This looks weird. Let me just see. Is this obviously USB? So this is something for a motherboard. I need to keep this and investigate what it is. It's too tiny. I need my glasses in order for me to see. I'm gonna keep it and investigate what it is. And again, more fans. I think this is a box with fans. That could be cool and nice if you are into this, but I have no usage for it, so it's gonna go out. More lighting, out. Logitech connector for a keyboard, out. Fans. I'm gonna keep the best fan. I think it's this one because I can build it. Put some powers. They run either from 5 volt or doesn't say anything, or 12 volts, and then I can, when I'm soldering, I can use it to get rid of all the smoke from it. So I can use one. The rest I'm gonna, yeah, have to go. Can't keep it. So there we go. Next box. And that sits just here next to us. It's a bit heavy. Oh man. Oh, more fans, but seems to be CPU coolers. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say. No use for it. Maybe I have a YouTuber who could be interested in these. So I may just keep this box of CPU cooler. There's actually an original Intel CPU cooler for something. Listen. Oh, maybe it's this. Let's try again. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. Wow. I don't know what to say. So the CPU goes here, and this goes on top of it. Crazy. Yeah. Well, just quickly going through it, looking into it, and all I see are CPU cooler fans, and I see some small labels. So I think I have a YouTuber who could be interested in this. I will contact him and see if he wants it, or else it goes out. And next box. Now it's getting interesting. Let me just take this away. I see graphics cards, maybe even a peek of a motherboard. So what do we have here? Sound Blaster Live, the gold edition for PCI. Very nice. We're gonna test it. Obviously a little bit dirty, but we're gonna test it. And then see, what could this be? Oh, another HP. This is WinFast GeForce 2 MX Max 64 megabytes, I must assume. This is a feature connected for it. And very nice. TV out and VGA out. Gonna test this. This is not a fancy one. Here comes another weird one. Wow. So this is actually supposed to be, well, it is, to have two monitors. So with this graphics card, you need to figure out which way. I think it goes like this. You can then hook up two monitors. This is only for, this is AMD. This is nothing, cannot do anything. So this is only for when you, I don't know, WordPerfect and Excel on the other screen and stuff like that. No gaming, no nothing. But we'll have to test it. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. These are PC, what? Well, not PC, USB. Can't read the label. This is just another generic one. I think the HP computer that I had looked into had one of these inside them. And here we have another one. Multi-thing. This is for hard disk or external drive connections. So it goes into this tiny slot in your motherboard. So you need to have a motherboard with that. And then I'm assuming you have a few hard disks. And wow, cute. Don't know. This has nothing to do with that. This is just a converter from a USB 2 or 3 into a... I can't even see what's inside there. Nevertheless, no usage for that. Yeah, well, let's, yeah. I don't think I have a motherboard that can actually, where we can hook this into, but we'll see. Another graphics card, V7100 Pro 64, that must be megabyte. No name? Absolutely no name. So just gonna plug it in and see if it works. Another feature connector. Composite and S-video and VGA. Very generic. It looks like probably not worth much. Wow, there's a lot of cards here. Oh, wow. Radeon HD 5750. Yeah, well, yeah. Another graphics card, right? So gonna test it eventually. I see a motherboard, but before I just wanna, what is this? Yeah, okay, so this must be, I don't know. SEMPRE, I can't even spell that. Sempre, I don't know. It still has the plastic. I think this is a display where you can have the display of the how hot is inside your computer, and you can most likely with some piece of software, I don't know, with fans and make it one faster. And I don't know, I have never understood why people wanted all of that inside their computers, but nevertheless it's here and definitely going out, not using this. And here we have the motherboard. Wow. Let me just briefly look if I see. Oh, there we go. Hold on a second. You remember the card from before? That's the one. So this card, which then holds the connector for hard disks and external drives, that actually plugs into this one. So these kind of like goes together. The fun thing is these are also in here. Well, there's a battery down there. We'll have to turn this on and have a look inside all of this. I'll keep this together. I think these go together. Yeah, let's do that. And another graphics card, ASUS Hyper M2 x 16 card V2. I must admit, I've never been a gamer and I have no understanding of graphics cards and stuff like this. If this even is a graphics card, because where's the plug for your monitor? I don't know. So there's something here saying power off and on. And I see some light, well, I don't know, something in here. And it goes from 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it says LED down there. I don't know what this is. Hyper M2 16 card. No idea. Probably, most likely can look it up and see. So we're going to do that. Is this a extra power for an extra graphics card? I don't know. And a lot more graphics cards. Another ASUS. Wow. Okay, that's cute. So the heating fan moves over to this side also. I don't know why that is. Yeah, don't know. What is the? Do we have a model number somewhere? Don't think that's a serial number, right? So it doesn't really state anything. Well, we'll have to look at it once we go closer. Yeah, once we test it, we'll figure out what it is. Another fancy graphics card. That was the previous one. This is another one. Why even bother? You can't see the graphics card inside your computer, but okay, fine. If it's okay with you, and the seller can, yeah, make you pay double for the same thing. So, what is it? No idea. Point of view graphics. Is that just a fan? No, it says point of view. So this, I don't know. This is just DC 12 volts. Yeah, well, we'll have to look it up. And now comes another motherboard. And I see also a CPU, so at least the person who gave it to me kept all these. Okay, so yeah, we have a CPU down here. I seriously can't even see what it says. I can't. The labeling is more or less gone. We'll see. And again, we have these tiny ones that we saw before. Where was that? Again, we're talking about this. Becomes more and more theme. So again, like that. Okay, well, we'll have to test what it is. I see something I have no clue about, and it's wrapped in extension cord for something, I don't know. Let's take it away. I see a riser card. Wouldn't know where to put. This is PCI, right? So doesn't really make sense for this motherboard. But it's a riser card. You just put it in, and then you all of a sudden have two other cards that can go. In this case, that way. Yeah. Yeah, funny. And the last motherboard before we can say we've gone through everything. Yeah, again, I would say a generic motherboard. I love that the CPUs are in it and the clock batteries also. Here we have a loudspeaker. K7T Turbo version 3. That's what I'm seeing. Doesn't really say anything else. So, well, we'll have to test it, right? So, I think the box is empty. It is. So there's a lot of stuff for us to test. And obviously we're not going to test everything today because this is going to be a long, long, long one. So I'll pick a motherboard, see if I can find a power supply. That's going to be the next challenge. If I can find that, we can turn it on and see what happens. Okay, so all you hardcore gamer and computer guys and girls that have been screaming at me regarding this, which I thought was something to do with a graphics card. Obviously not. I googled it. This one is from ASUS. This is called SF. I think it's an IS. SFIS. This is a hard disk. Let me briefly open this one up. And when I lift this one up, the heatsink, which is this big one, pops up and out comes, or this reveals, there we go. And this is for hard disks. You can plug in 4 hard disks up here. So you would say, what's the deal with this one? Well, I have not that much knowledge of it, but let me try to explain briefly, and I will also put up a link somewhere here and in the description to a guy going through this card actually. It's kind of like cool. This is the PCI Express, the times 16. So this is the fast lane, and if I take a motherboard, this one goes in here. And as I said, you could put in 4 hard disks, but obviously it's not that kind of hard disk, nor is this SSD hard disk. It's the tiny version of a SSD hard disk, which is called NVMe SSDs. You can populate this with up to 4, as I said, and they will be screwed in here. And this then gives you up to 4 hard disks, which also could be configured in a RAID of some sorts. And the reason this is gonna be super fast is because it's directly on the bus lane down here. Again, go in the description, read more about this. This is actually super cool. In the year, I don't know, 2010-ish something. I'm not sure when this came out. Let me put in the screws again, take it away, and I have decided we are gonna test if this one is working. So let me arrange all this and then briefly come back. And as you can see, the motherboard has arrived, and this is ASRock. The motherboard here is called N68-S. I don't know much about this. It's supposed to have an AMD CPU. I think it's like 2, maybe 3 gigahertz. In order for us to test this, I have a power supply over here, which I shall hook up here, and over there I have some memory sticks that I will populate down here so we can see if it actually works. There we go, one and the other one. And I'm not sure, but there's PS2, this is keyboard, but there's also USB. I have a PS2 keyboard, so I'll just hook that one up. It's right over here. So purple is keyboard. I have the VGA monitor here, I'll put it in there. And let's hook in the power supply. And that should be it, right? But let's put in a floppy disk drive down here also, so we can boot. We need to find number 1, seems to be up there, so it goes this way. Sorry, not here, that's the hard disk. Down here, it also states floppy. I will put this up here. In order for this to be the A drive, it needs to go here. And down here, we have the PC speaker, and we got the cable in the beginning, right? So I should have a speaker here. Let's put in a speaker. And over here we have the power and the reset line. So find the power, that's this one. That should be it, right? We could actually also hook up a hard disk, but let's just wait with that. I have a DOS disk just so I'm prepared. And let's put some power to it. And let's turn it on. Maybe I should take some of all this wiring away from the fan. There we go. It runs. Nice. So the power supply is up and running. I heard a beep. I'm hearing the floppy disk drive. And I see a DOS prompt. You can't maybe not see it. But I think it's starting Windows 98. There we go. So it's working. That's cool. That's nice. Let me take this apart again. I don't want to go further into this because I don't want to keep this motherboard or any of the stuff that I showed today. So let me put all this where it belongs and then let's wrap it up. Well, that was a lot, right? And this video took a little bit longer, I think, than I wanted it to. So we're gonna stop here. There's still a long way to go. This is everything that I want to see if anybody else wants to have stuff. And we still have another cabinet we need to look into. Besides that, I'm keeping the stuff over here, so I ended up with a few CD-ROM and DVD drives. I took the fan because I want the fan to be built in when I'm soldering. This can then take all the fumes away. I'm keeping, obviously, the Sound Blaster Live card, 5 1/4 to 3 1/2, and way in the back here, we have 2 hard disks. But I still also have, I don't know if you can see, I still have another box. And just briefly, there is an AT&T inside this one. Cute. And there's something, I'm not sure, but some of this may be power supply for that. There's also another laptop. This is a Fujitsu Siemens Livebook. Not keeping this, but we'll have a look inside. And there's loads and loads of other stuff down here. I'm not going through this right now. So, just want to wrap this up. Say thank you for staying. And remember to subscribe. And I shall clean the rest up. It is Easter, and this is when I try to clean my stuff up so it's organized. It's the OCD thing, right? And I hope to see you very soon when we continue with the rest. I need to organize all that and see what I have there. So, thank you, and see you soon. Happy Easter.